Acheson, legacy.
Welcome to part 3 of how to paint this painting. This is an acrylic painting, 40 by 50 centimeters on stretched linen canvas. Alright, let's continue. Okay, so we have the painting flipped on its end now. And I've just outlined the white section and the blue. Between them I put some purple there, mixed with the red and the blue and a little white to make the purple. So I flipped the canvas back to its original orientation that I've been favoring, this position, and I'm just applying a little bit more of the purple. Somehow it's at the base of maybe some clouds, I'm thinking. Not sure. And I'm going to follow up with a little bit of spray bottle here. Give it a shot of water to create some running paint, some runs. Not enough paint on not enough purple there, so I'm going to add a little bit more paint so that the water has something to affect and create those runs. Not a big fan of runs, but I'm gonna see how it looks here. Not a big fan of rain. Maybe that's part of it. I do like rain at times. The runs give me that feeling of raining. So here we blast it with some water, and my gosh, what an effect. A little more than I hoped for. It blasted the edge of the purple, which was a little bit shortcoming, I felt at first there. Anyways, we'll take a break from that, and I'm going to fix this white section here with a little bit of yellow, a light yellow. Still thinking about the runs. The longer we wait, the longer they set in, so I can't wait forever if I want to remove them. While I'm calming down about the runs, I'm working on this other section here, adding a little yellow. Sorry, I'm blocking the camera here. We'll have to improve the vantage point of the camera. Touching up this section on the right, I'm putting in a little bit of that, a little red, just a little bit here, a little bit there. Don't overdo it with the red, it's very eye-catching. The eye goes first to the color red is what I've understood, is what I've learned. So just fixing the red now on this shape here, this element. And I've now made an orange, and I'm working on top of that white yellowy area, and I'm covering it up with this orange now. Mix that with a little white to make it a little lighter. Swoosh it across the bottom there, giving it a bit of a swoosh. Now I'm going to address the clouds above with the purple. So I decided to touch up the top the way it was, Adding that purple back. Not 100% how I followed through into the cloud on the right side, so I'm going to start maybe again erasing, removing with the wet rag. You can see that it takes a little bit more effort when the paint dries. This is acrylic, so it dries fairly quickly, and it's a hot day, so it dries very quickly. You want to do things efficiently. There's a bit of pressure that way when you're using acrylics. So now I'm touching it up, going over the sections that were covered with a little bit of purple, adding some more yellow. Now I'm bringing in some of that blue again. And working with different brushes, as you can see. Flaring out the side there, and I'm not a big fan of how that looks, so I'll take away some of the paint. Now that looks interesting a little bit. Now I'll continue to remove that. Of course, you can see a little bit of green has been created there. Alright, so we're going to add a little bit more orange at the bottom. Going to work with this blue. I find there are times when we're painting that sometimes we're out to lunch and things just aren't clicking, and then there are times when you start to get into a bit of a zone and decisions become easier. Things just seem to flow better, and I feel that I'm in one of those feelings right now, expressing an emotion with this blue. The blue on the light blue, and the dark blue. Continue with this theme, this shape, with a slightly more greeny color at the top. So we're varying tones here of blue. A little much of the dark blue, so I decided to cover that with a slightly lighter shade and different textures so that it gives you a little bit more sophistication, I might say. Dare I use that word? A variety of brushstrokes and action going on in the elements. Not so straightforward, a little more interesting. Now here I've put some red down. You can be sure that is a powerful color. You see how the eye goes right to it? It's a little distracting. I had to try it, so I'm going to remove it with the wet rag right away. Of course, any other paint that's touched by the rag will be removed too, or smeared. Trying to fix the left side of that blue, make it a little bit more flowing and harmonious with its adjoining section. Now I've decided to remove a little bit of the blue at the front, and wow, look at that accident. Look at what happened there. It removed the center part. The outside had dried more quickly than the inner section, which was of course thicker with paint. Consequently, it removed the inner section, leaving quite an interesting effect. I'm going to embrace that mistake. I'll clean up the edges and add a little yellow on top of the lighter color, whitish yellow. And I'll blend those a little bit better there. Anytime you see that rag come out, it's removing a little bit of paint. And slightly blending. Here I'm using the finger. There's no problem with using your finger at times. My brushes are mostly dirty and I had an inspiration to do a quick little touch-up, so why not use the finger? Add a little indent there on the white on the left edge. Okay, this concludes part 3. Check out part 4 in the link below.